Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope everybody is doing well. Yep, Diet Coke. DC is life. True, true, I have to agree. Um, so I decided to go live. I'm trying to be consistent and go live for at least like an hour a day or whatever. And since this is a big topic right now, figured we'd look more into who Cotton Simpson was as a person when he was alive. Um, hey, Moonshine Girl, I'm too honest. We'll start with the obituary that everybody's already seen. Um, he passed away on his daughter's birthday on Halloween, or oh my gosh, on Valentine's Day. Jim passed away on Halloween. Roy Cotton Simpson passed away on Valentine's Day and his daughter's birthday. He was 59. His real name was Roy Lynn Simpson. And as it says, he passed away on February 14th. This was in 2023. It says avid hiker and fisherman. He retired from Warriors Pass State Park. Cotton was preceded in death by his father, Roy C. Simpson, and his mother, Martha Simpson. Those left to cherish Cotton's memory are his daughter, Sarah Simpson White, and son, Casey Simpson, and fiance, Charles E. King. Grandson, Chandler White, sister, Brenda Wallen, and husband, Randy Wallen, which we will, they will be coming up here in a little bit. We have nephew Cody Wallen, Aunt Agnes Thompson, Uncle Gary Arnold, and several cousins. So they had the Living Praise Assembly of God. And then they had a celebration of life to follow. So that Brenda Wallen is his sister. Kind of forgot that he had a son. I was trying to remember. For some reason, I was thinking he only had a daughter. So you guys have seen this obituary. Let me see here. Also, since we're also been talking about it, I have another obituary I want to show you guys that's not Cotton Simpson, but I think that people might find interesting because he's came up a lot. His name's not actually Pete. His real name's Charles. Charles James Allen Clark. This is Pete Clark right here. For some reason, doesn't go by his real name. Hey, Mimi06, Karen, Dragon Balls. So, anyways, yeah, everything that Fred said or Ziggy said is always backed by, some kind of evidence or proof to the best of our ability. Obviously, if I had the surveillance of Andy Bernard on the road, I'd be showing it. That's a whole different thing. So it shows that he passed away January 13th of 2024. He was 57, so he was only a couple years younger than Cotton. When he passed, Cotton was 59. Pete was 57. He passed away January 13th of 2024. Dang, it's been that long. Pete was born in Kingsport, but lived a while in Indiana. Okay, guys, see this connection to Indiana. Pete was, he attended school in Kingsport. Pete was an outdoorsman. He loved to fish, hunt, enjoying his time in nature. He was a skilled nuclear worker. Pete worked for Duke Energy for nearly 20 years. He had a caring heart and a giving nature, often giving to others that he didn't have to spare. He is preceded in death by his parents, Mac W. Clark and Ruth Ann Holtz, his grandparents, Charlie and Juanita Clark, and James and Dorothy Holtz, his uncles, Jim, Clarence, Jerry, and Herman. So I guess that's where they saw the Duke Energy thing. But he's been deceased, guys, for a year and a half. Pete is survived by his son, Brandon Clark. So somebody was in the chat the other day trying to argue with Fred that Pete wasn't Brandon's father. But, you know, it could be the fact that he wasn't going by his actual real name. That's confusing. So Pete is survived by his son, Brandon Clark, his grandchildren, Braden, Bryson, Brody, Briley, all those. We don't have to go over there. He has there's Craig and Bernice Clark, his brother, Stacy Clark. Look right here, guys. His longtime love of 20 years, Glenda Head, and countless friends and special people in his life. He was 57 when he passed. It shows. So next, I have a shitload. I don't even know how to show all this. I wish I could find it easy. Let me think here. Entire screen. Okay. Can I do that? Or window? That one? Let's try this. Well, then you only see me. Oh, okay, but if I switch, let me see how it looks on my phone. Can you guys see? I think TJ. Crystal made a big deal of him working at Duke Energy. That's weird because he's been deceased for a year and a half. Okay, cool. You guys can see what I'm looking at on my screen. This will be easier to do it this way than have to freaking pull up every window individually. But guys, let's see here. I pulled up his Hawkins County. Unfortunately, Cotton in life, his early part of his life, I hear the last, like, I don't know how many years, 20 years or so of his life that he was not like the same person he was at one time. He had a lot of brain damage. And even in here, you'll see a lot of like admissions into hospitals, like state hospitals. He was actually considered clinically insane. So police would never take anything that he said seriously. So if he was going to if he did go to police, like some people say he did, they could have very easily not taken him seriously. You will see he has quite the background here. I mean, this is just Hawkins County, guys. It looks almost the same when I pull up Sullivan. And we'll get to that. Let's see here. There's a lot to open here. Civil summons. Look, Randy Wallen. There's this. You guys are going to start seeing a pattern. Look, filing date August 2nd, 2021. You guys saw that obituary, right? You just heard that Brenda Wallen is his sister. So Randy Wallen would be his brother-in-law. And over and over and over again, they have been in civil court against Cotton. Protective orders, all kinds of stuff. You're going to see a pattern here with his sister, okay? So this was in August of 2021. So obviously it was not, there was definitely trouble in paradise here. Let's see what else we got. We can just go down these one at a time here. Burglary, I can't say that word, and theft. This was in 2013. And so burglary and theft. Let's go to the third one. Here we go again. Order of protection against filing for Randy Wallen, his brother-in-law. There's that August of 2021. That might be the same one from earlier that we saw. It could be part of the same thing. Additional parties, Randa Gale Wallen. So order of protection against Brenda Wallen, again, 8/24/2021. So we could go on. I'll show you guys all these. Theft of property in 2013, July of 2013. I'm trying to keep these straight. I don't know what I've already. Okay, that was so it ended in 1611. Okay, I need to pay attention to that because there's so many. Right here, looks like we have another burglary in May of 2013. Additional parties. It doesn't say anybody. Okay, so this ends in 34/28. Criminal trespassing and public intox in May of 2020. And see, that's the thing too. So this is where I got the drinking stuff, because I'm guessing the public intoxication has to, maybe it's not alcohol, I guess. But that's why I was thinking there was an alcohol problem, because I saw before all these like public intoxes and DUI and stuff. So I just automatically thought it was alcohol, but I guess it could be, he would get on that meth too, from what I hear, and he would be out of his mind. Because already he wasn't right in the head anyways from some kind of brain injury. So I'm wanting you guys to see here. There was definitely problems in his family. In 2019, there's just a driving while license revoked. So he didn't have a license. Remember Fred saying that? And that's why he would have other people drive his car. I haven't even looked through all these. I just thought we would look through them together, I guess, one at a freaking time. Here we go. Look at this right here, man. This one's marijuana, though. Drug Schedule 6, manufacture, sell, and deliver, etc. marijuana in 2004. Possession of unlawful drug and paraphernalia ×2. And felony deliver and sell of scheduled drug. So, and this was in 2004. I don't know how he wasn't absolutely committed to a hospital permanently. This is crazy. This doesn't have very much information. 3282. Okay. Wells Fargo Bank. So that's something just, and Ronnie Doss. So that's probably just some kind of civil thing. 1891's that one. Let's see here. Domestic violence assault in 2004. It doesn't say the victim, but domestic violence assault in 2004. Yeah. Amazing guy, right? Everybody just loved Cotton Simpson. 3780 or 3768. Let's see what else. Simple possession exchange in 2020. I don't know. How does somebody get this many charges? Like, I mean, holy crap. This, I don't understand how this could happen. Disorderly conduct, resisting, stop is arrest, search, no weapon. This is in 2019. You guys, this is just the public intox again in December of 2021. Was he making his own hooch? No, he was making his own meth. And it's funny when you read the article about that and him then interviewing about that fire. You know, he's like, I don't know. I was just out there on the mountain and all of a sudden there was just flames all around me. Oh, gosh. So that's 2000. That one ended in 2001. Let's see what this one is. It doesn't really give us much here. 3528. Financial responsibility law, driving without a license, driver to exercise due care. So that's like something just traffic. And that one ended in 1157. The court docket number or whatever. Public intox again, and criminal trespassing. He got so many criminal trespassings. I don't even know how this. I guess because he was mentally incompetent, I guess. So I guess they kept letting him get away with this stuff. It probably would have saved his life if they would have actually done something. You know? Public intox in 2009. I don't 2655. You guys, this is just in Hawkins County. There is more. Like another traffic type thing, it looks like. Violations of orders of protection ×2 in 2022. Hey, Chris. Well, he was a blonde. Ha ha. I'm not blonde anymore. Anyways, I'm light brown. Violation of order of protection ×2. You guys, in 2022. And how long after that was he deceased? You guys, nobody's going to look into any of these people that he had protective orders against and all, or that had protective orders on him and all this stuff. I mean, maybe people were tired of his harassment. You guys, there's several of this. I don't like to talk ill of the dead, but like, I mean, the truth is the truth. It seems the guy had a lot of enemies. Of order of protection filing again. Look at this. Less than or just a month before he passes away. A month before he passes away, his sister is filing an order of protection against him. Fred, wasn't he found in the area of all these people where they all live? I mean, the whole Simpsons have a whole, like, they have a whole big property, like, that's been cut, like homestead that's been divided into different plots for different members of the family. So a lot of them live kind of right around each other. So his sister, the one that we found out supposedly has a white HHR or had access to it or had one or something. Now has a different colored one. Filed an order of protection, probably rightfully so. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is not a month before. This is a freaking 5 days before his death. What the fuck? 5 days. That's not a month. What was I seeing? That's only 5 days before he died. Does anybody find that weird? 5 days before he passed away, his sister filed an order of protection against him. That is interesting. What's it? The 203 ends in. We need to remember that one because we're going to have to go back to that. That's crazy. 5 days before he died? Look, it was disposed February 14th of 2023. Why? Because he freaking passed away and died. Holy moly. See, that's why we go over this stuff, because it's just interesting to see. You guys, 5 days before he passed, it's obviously showing that there was a lot of people here who had major problems with this guy. But we're focusing on Fred, who doesn't even know him? Wow. Somebody's trying to distract. It's what I'm thinking. Somebody is trying to get people to look in a different direction. I think somebody must have got tired of him harassing them. They used to constantly put him in jail and then steal his, up from what I hear. They constantly put him in jail and then they would take his money from his checks, allegedly, from what I hear. I can't tell you specifically who was, I'm not going to say who, but I know what the rumors are saying. I'm just saying, but he obviously wasn't arrested this many times without being some kind of nuisance. So I'm sure he deserved it. 203. Okay, let's see here. Domestic assault in 2013. Domestic assault in 2013 sounds like, yeah, this is a great likable guy. Everybody just loves Cotton Simpson. Wow, such an amazing man. 314. Okay, let's see here. Public intox in 2022, March. I didn't even realize about that. The sister filing that right before he passed away. Use of an off-road vehicle on a highway. Okay. I don't really care about that, but all right. So now, next page. What do we got here? Just traffic stuff. This doesn't really have anything because it's in 2000. So this either. Violation of order of protection. Violation date, October 16, 2021. How does somebody violate a day before they filed? Look, it's filed October 17th of 2021, but it shows violation on October 16th. That's weird. So 2 times violation of order of protection. Another situation of this in October of 2021. I know, Jillian. It's crazy. I don't know how anybody, did he not look into, does he not? open his eyes. Violation of protective order, another time in public intox. This is in August, says violation date. Another instance of it saying violation date August 31st, 2022, but filing September 1st, 2022. Public intox, violation. How does somebody get that many violations of order protection and it's not put up? I mean, I don't get that, how that can happen. So let's go right here. Now, here we are. I pulled up Sullivan County, and we have 15 entries here. Haven't looked at the other counties, but we can check other surrounding counties, maybe like Washington County or Greene. I'm sure he has some stragglers out there. So here we go. Let's see here. What do we got here? Nothing. That ended in 1974. This one might not even be him, actually, to be honest. That one. These ones definitely are. Here we go. Theft up to 500 in 1997. So this was for theft. That one ended in 949. Obedience to any required traffic control device, no insurance. Okay, I don't really care about that. I really don't. 9368. Oh, look right here, guys. Holston Valley Medical Center versus Roy Simpson. Is this just a payment thing? Or was he admitted or something? Holston Valley Medical Center. I don't know if that would be like just some kind of him owing money against them, or if they had to admit him. They should have done. Kathy Sue Barnett filing against Roy Simpson. He had to pay. So it looks like Sue and Kayla Barnett and Alan Begley. It looks like they sued him. No enemies at all. These people. 8736. Patricia Ann Simpson. So that must be his first wife or something. Yep, that's some kind of support, or that's in 1994. Patricia Ward. Oh my gosh. Wait, Ward? Who else has the last name Ward? Margie Ward, Don Wells' daughter. Who is it? I wonder, that's interesting. She filed against him. Yeah. Erase somebody. It's taking up my. Let's see. Which one was the last one? I don't know which one I watched. What about 7264? I think I already looked at this one, but let's. Glenda Simpson. Wait. So they divorced? Okay, so they were married and divorced. So this must be Glenda Head. Okay. Wonder what this was. Public intox in 2019 in Sullivan County, March of 2019. Not sure what this really is. Getting to the last couple here. This is some kind. Okay, we got a DUI in 2016, a simple possession and casual exchange attempt, probation violation, a seatbelt, financial, insurance stuff. So his first DUI, and this was in 2016. And this one, I don't know. It doesn't say much. Okay, let me see here. Wonder if I can do, I don't know if Greene County. No! Okay. Let's see. Let's check. Nope, we don't have any in Greene County. Okay. What about could be him or might not. We have Lee, Roy. This is probably him, but this is some kind of, I don't know. 443. Let's look at this one. This one's criminal. Domestic assault. So this guy has all kinds of if this is the same. Appalachian emergency physicians. See, like, what are these hospitals that keep, I guess it's probably Appalachian emergency physicians. Is that when he set the freaking mountain on fire? The Wells have a mailbox on property that says Ward. Really? Hey, Valerie. So I thought that was, interesting. Very interesting. We don't have, let's see, what other county? I don't know what other county to, I'm trying to think. I've done Greene, Washington. But this is Pete Clark once again, guys. And I brought this up just because so you guys could see, yes, that he was, it says right here, in the relationship with Glenda Head when he passed away. Both, well, so Glenda Head it looks like married to Cotton Simpson at one time, and also with Pete Clark.
arrest record or anything?
No. Let's see. Charles Clark. Yeah, because people are gonna, let's see. I have way too many. Charles James Allen Clark. What?
The other guy.
Right here.
The little girl's father.
What's his name? You'll have to give it. Show me.
It's right here.
Hamblin Hancock. Yeah, give me that and I'll check it.
Yeah, I was trying to find it here.
So none in Hamblin. You said Hancock? I don't think they have a Hancock. Unless it's spelled hand. Is it hand? That'd be Handcock.
Just to see if anything comes up.
There's a few things. Civil stuff.
I mean, you gotta say his name or not.
Right. What's his his wife's name?
Corey something. Cody or Corey. You found her, but you didn't send it to me.
I'll have to look on that a little bit later. But I don't know what her name is. Corey. I don't remember if it's Simpson. You'll have to look for me. But see, the thing is, see, which one was the one that I was really most interested in?
I mean, the mailbox that one was saying that was with Ward on it. It's at the stop sign there with Donnie Chambers and them's mailbox, which he lives behind Morrison Cemetery on the other side. Then there's Ward's live on Whitehall Road too.
Oh man, look at him there, guys. Four charged in multi-agency meth raid. And let me see. Royland says, oh, here he is. Second PI charge for man comparing cars. Royland Simpson from Mountain View Road was arrested on April 2nd and charged with public intox and criminal trespassing after he allegedly went on a neighbor's property high on meth for the second day in a row, messing around with their vehicles. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff he was doing. He did that a lot. Simpson had been arrested on April 1st, accused of doing the same thing. When asked by Deputy Michael Allen why he was back on that property after being told not to, Simpson allegedly stated he was comparing their vehicles. When asked what narcotics he had been doing that day, Simpson allegedly replied, meth and dabs. Dabs is a waxy marijuana-like paste. Yeah, so I wanted everybody to see this. Like, I think it's important we know who, know this stuff. So when we're looking into things, like, we can really make our own opinion on the type of person somebody was, instead of trying to take it from somebody who's literally never met the dude, which I haven't met the dude either. And Fred barely knows the guy, but we can look up here and and make a determination from this. I mean, we're completely judged nonstop about stuff from online, and his name's been coming up a lot lately, and I do think it's important to know who this person was. But see, this is why. That's that article is exactly why they wouldn't take him seriously. If he did go and say something to law enforcement about who knows, was he having a psychotic episode when he was over, when Fred saw him that time, or, was he, who knows?
I mean, I hadn't.
You didn't know him, so.
After someone went missing.
Yeah, that's the first time you had was not until you ever even talked to him.
That first time I ever spoke to him, any words to him at all.
Yeah.
I hadn't even spoke to him or nothing. Just know who he was, from people talking in the area. But Pete Clark, I met him probably about a year before Summer went missing. I think it's about a year.
Let me first. Does anyone know Don's brother's name? Yeah. Well, I could pull it up on Ancestry if it will still let me log into my account, because I haven't. It's a really great research tool, but I haven't been on it for a while, and I don't remember my login information. We can see if that one works. Let's see if this is the Wells family tree. So here's that Tate name. There's that Tate. That's interesting. That Jimmy Tate. It doesn't look like I have his brother on here, I don't think. I have Sonia and Heidi married to a Jimmy Tate. That's weird, because it's not going to give me much, because I don't have a subscription right now. Harley Tate. The name of Jonathan Tate kind of came up in the research.
With the Knoxville.
Knoxville thing.
Dennis had talked about,
So that's why.
Specifically mentioned Summer Wells and Jonathan Tate.
Let's see here.
Jonathan Tate was supposed to be the only boy at that where they had from the Bible. He was saying.
I don't know how much I've done here. I don't know where Ronnie is. Unless I'm looking at the wrong thing. Trent. Yeah, I worked on these for a long time when I first haven't looked on this for a long time. So this is also it's kind of confusing how to access this. Let me there's right here. There's okay. George Bernard, Damian Bernard living, Jody Sue. Her mother's name is last name Coates, father last name Brown, Peter. Polly Ann Bernard. There's Fascal and Anna. So Anna, she would have passed in 2014 then.
Yeah, the Pam Tate that's in PG's chat and stuff, she's not related to a lot of the others. Because I discussed that with her.
Yeah.
Personally, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, see, I had to start doing this because I couldn't keep, and you guys know how freaking difficult it was to, what's this one? I didn't make this. Somebody else did it. Somebody else made this one and added me to it. But we got, there's Candace, there's Summer. Waylon, Wyatt, Josie, Margie. There's Margie. Let's look. I don't know if there's anything because her last name is Ward. One source. Let me see what this one is. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Mr. Ward. Somebody just has her as Mr. Ward. See right here it has Candace is living. Or, Grandis, I'm sorry. That someone said her last name was Joyce Brown Bly. Eventually says from marriage that she, like a distant relative, is connected to Candace. What? Yeah, she did, Cat in the chat. I agree. So let's step out, Con. What does Ryan actually believe? That Con did something? No, he's trying to say that Fred did it. He's trying to basically paint Cotton as this like great person and that everybody liked from my hear, you guys. I don't know. I don't watch him, so I'm just going by. But I think this stuff's important to know no matter what, anyways. Like, it's not. It doesn't matter what other people are saying. It's important to know, the players that are close around Summer Wells. There's a Jimmy Tate right here. Dalton. Texas, Arkansas, Ohio. As Don D. Brown. Yeah, I'm trying to remember Don's brother's name. I thought I would have it on the tree, on the family tree. Wait, does she? How do I get back to? So we have. I'm still not seeing. Let me see this one. Candace. I wonder why I'm having such a hard time finding out. Maybe it's finding his brother. I know he has one. I don't. Randy Simonson? I don't think. Who's. It's really confusing. Sister Sonia, Sister Heidi, half sister Carol. Son Donnie, Bertha daughter Margie Catherine Wells, son Josie Whalen. I don't. I guess there's Randy Simonson, Randy Ross Simonson, but that would be, I think that's just a stepbrother. I think he has a real brother, like a half brother. Um, is that really her picture? Mm. She has a brother named Keith Everts, so, and a sister, and Laura Everts. This is okay. So this is Don Wells' mother. Bertha son, Don, daughter Sonia, Bertha daughter Heidi. Here's that Earl Clifford Kelly. I don't think his name's Earl. Is that correct? I didn't think that was his name. William Goad, that's correct. I know the guy's last name's Kelly, but I thought it was something different for first name. Just found my file on this and I have Roger written down. Roger. That's not ringing a bell, but that doesn't mean anything. My memory is not the best. It's interesting to see, though, in 2010, okay, William Goad is, what's his connections? So he's from, okay, that makes sense. So Don's stepdad, the latest one, was from Hawkins County originally. Had a sister named Mary Goad. A sister named Paula Jean Goad. Polly? Carolyn Carter. Look, California, primary residence in 1993, California, Utah, Tennessee, Rogersville. There's a wife of Carolyn Carter.
Pam Carter.
You asked late. I already changed it. I don't know who that was.
See, they were supposed to be in some Carters that moved in over on Simpson Lane for a little bit. That's why I just wondered. But she was supposed to be the daughter of the one that owned Carter's Fold Bluegrass Hall off of Mendota in Virginia, Scott County. But I don't know.
Let's see. Arkansas, Rogers, Arkansas. Massachusetts. This is Candace's father. He has a sister named Geraldine Bly. There's Grandis. Jeannie Bly, Rose Bly, Dorothy Bly. He's outside. Oh, there's... Let's see, what were you asking? Fred, the motorbike that was broken down, was that Jeff Revley? It was... You don't know who it was, right? That one he didn't know who it was. The one that was broken down at like Tim Shipley's driveway the day Summer went missing. Yeah, he's not sure of who that is. Hey, Tina. Fred, Laura said it was Jeff. What are you sure you're not getting confused about something else about Jeff Everly? You'll have to ask Laura why she would say it if she said that. Because that's not true.
His bike it was, but when I picked up Brandon's bike, Brandon had bought his bike off of Jeff Everly because Jeff Everly was living there.
Yeah, there's another bike, Pam. That's a whole different thing. There's two bike situations that day. The broken down bike was not Jeff Everly's. The broken down
bike was a Harley.
Yeah.
And then the one that I picked up at where Brandon was staying there with Jeff and all them, that was 750 Honda.
And it was Brandon's bike that he got off Jeff.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from, Pam. So there's two bikes that day. There's two bike situations. One was hauling it. One was
the Harley I hauled from out there next to past Light Holler.
Yeah.
Next driveway past Light Holler before you get to Solomon's Temple. It was a Harley. I don't know who that guy was.
Yep. So, yeah. I'm guessing she thought we were asking about the other bike, I guess. But they both happened on the 15th, so.
Because when I come back in, I stopped out there at Jeff and them's, and Brandon wanted me to work on his bike. And I told him, I said, well, I got a trailer here, go ahead and load it up, you know?
Yeah. Yep, so that's why. So, let's see. How long have I been live? I've been live for an hour. I told you guys that that's what I at least try to do. But, honestly, like I said and said many times with Laura, is she did not, except that time after she got out of jail, she really didn't, she tried to stay away from it because she was in the drug scene, so she didn't want to talk a lot about the case, and she really got on Fred kind of about it, you know, because she just, you know, didn't want to be targeted, basically. They're saying Jeff's bike was stolen. That's very possible. Well, no, if Jeff was there, then how could it be stolen? Right? If Jeff was there, how could it be stolen? Like when he picked up the bike.
Yeah, Jeff was there.
So
Maybe
if
several people there.
Brandon has stolen it, that would that wouldn't make sense. But usually I would believe that. Usually I would believe that, considering who. But Fred, do you know of a woman that shot her abusive husband years ago?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Shot and killed, or
I know a woman that shot her, one woman that shot her old man, but I don't know if that's the one that she's talking about. Shot him through the saddle.
oh wait, I think you told me that story. Because he was cheating?
He had to take off and go to Newport and stuff and drink and party and then come back and beat on her and stuff. And they come in to beat on her one day and she said it ain't happening no more. And he bragging about messing around on her. And she just shot him through the saddle. I bet you won't no more. If that's who she's talking about, I don't know, or they're talking about.
Oh, I know, Mimi. They've always tried to make Fred the scapegoat, and they're definitely trying right now. But the truth is the truth, and it will be. I mean, you can't alter the truth.
That was family that lived on a creek, so I don't know if that's who they're talking about or whatnot.
Is that who you're talking about? Is that sound who you're talking about, Moonshine Girl?
Patting two ducks. Which is Lonnie and Francis's great grandparents. That's the only one I know about. That's been years ago. That's been 40 years ago.
It's funny though, but I can see why people would think that the whole stolen. We've talked about Brandon Clark and stolen bikes before, but that one in particular, like he would be. Like he's taken off on somebody's bike before, like at a gas station and stuff.
Yeah, he took him out there at Zoom. It was at Zoomers or the hole in one that they called a hole in the wall. It's named Zoomers too, I think. They're both Exxon places, but anyway, he got out of the vehicle and asked somebody. He rode with somebody, him and his girlfriend, and he asked the man that was getting gas if he could take and sit on his bike so his girlfriend would take a picture, and then he just takes off on it.
Yeah, and he's the one that's supposedly bringing in rumored. I don't want to put. Gosh, maybe I shouldn't even say because that's nothing to do with Summer Wells, but there's just.
I don't think Brandon had nothing to do with Summer Wells.
Yeah.
Because there was several at that one place when I pulled in that evening to take.
Fred did see Brandon. Uh-oh. My freaking internet went out for a second. Fred did see Brandon Clark for that afternoon when he.
I seen several.
When he picked up that bike, that makes sense. Brandon Clark, Jeff Everly.
Brandon, I seen who else was there? Brandon, Marvin was there. There's about 15 people in all.
Right. Dude, you guys, I'm daydreaming right now about this bread that Rhiannon taught me to make, so I'm about to get off here in a second and make some more. I'll clean it up because Fred did such a good job cleaning the kitchen today. It looks so nice, so I'm gonna keep it that way, even though I know. Never mind. Hey, Crystal. This would have been 30 years ago, Moonshine Girl says, about the shooting thing that she's talking about.
That what?
She's saying it would have been 30 years ago.
If it was Pat and Pooh, it's been probably longer than that.
Okay, so it's been a long
30 or plus years.
Yeah. So what happened? Did he go to well, you got to tell us. Like, we have to know the outcome. Did he lose his wiener forever?
He didn't hit it. He hit through the other though. one side of him.
Oh, so he lost one of his
Yeah,
jewels.
yeah. It went through somehow through it kind of through the bottom of his thing and through his leg. See, she was in confined pretty much to oxygen and stuff and couldn't get around that good. But he was just a little old bitty feller.
Did she get in trouble for that?
No. Because he was beating on her.
Oh, so it was self-defense.
I guess. She didn't get in trouble for it. Not that I ever know of. But that was on Hawkins County line, right on line, so I'd say Sullivan County probably where it would have been.
Rihanna, native fry bread. As soon as Fred tried it, he goes, "This tastes like, what did you say, Southern whole bread?
Okay, kind of.
Like where you put the blessing in it, the whole? Is that what you're talking about?" Because that's what she told me to do, is put a hole in it for a blessing. I need to start using my stress. I fidget so freaking bad. I know. I trust and believe. I'm aware of it. Huh?
Sometimes we call them hoe cakes. Sometimes we call them flitters.
Flitters?
Yeah. That's what Mom always called them. I don't know what the real name of it was.
I don't have any butter here right now, but it's still good. I think I have everything to make it, though. I have barely enough oil to fry it in. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, but we'll make it happen. So I don't seriously.
Oh, I've got oil over here.
There's other oil?
Yeah, where I keep the frying.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's not real old, is it? I guess beggars can't be choosy.
That's what I fry everything else in. I just said it like, well.
Oh my gosh, dude. Stop, Val. Stop saying that. Don't say hummus. Oh my gosh. I've been dreaming about that. Even asked Rhiannon. I even told her, I was like, oh my God, it would be so good with hummus. And we don't get out to a regular grocery store very often. We go down to DG because it's close and easy. And I always like to get out and walk. And it's just right there, you know. We have a little doggy stroller. And anyways, they don't have hummus there, is my point. So I was thinking about looking up a recipe and making it, because maybe they make it out of canned hummus or something, or canned chickpeas or something.
Yeah, you got canned chickpeas.
I do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think it's just smashed up chickpeas, basically. Yeah. TJ, I put Italian seasoning in it. It's just flour. All you do is take flour, baking powder, and water and make it, and salt if you want to add some salt into it. But it matters like if you're going to do sweet or savory. But I put Italian seasoning in it, and it is so freaking good. Like, it makes me think of, like, if you know those people, like, you go to I think it's Cheesecake Factory, or no, not Cheesecake Factory. They give you that oil and bread. Yeah, if I could have some of that oil bread, like, stuffed, like, figure out how they make that, which I'm sure is pretty easy, and dip that bread in it. It's, oh my gosh. And then we do have this cheese stuff here, like queso, that I could dip. That's pretty good dipping it in. So yeah, I can't wait to make that. Yeah, I get freaking fidgety. You guys try to freaking do this shit. Let me see. Let's
They would see you on the phone.
Oh God, I hate it, guys. I can't stand it. My freaking legs hurt so bad. It hurts when I'm on the phone because I have to walk so much. That's why I don't like talking on the phone. That's a big part of it, because
you're 90 miles an hour.
I have to walk.
You're walking faster than you're
talking. It's the anxiety. I don't know why I have anxiety so bad. And also, like, like when I go to bed, for instance. You think this is bad? When I go to bed, and if I have anxiety when I go to bed, I have to get up to pee every like 2 minutes. It's crazy. It's insane. It's like a mental thing, I guess. It's a crazy thing, I guess. I don't know. Chocolate recipe and do powdered sugar and stuff. That'd be good if you wanted to do chickpeas in the crock pot. Did you make it in hummus? Let's see. Hummus recipe. Oh man, better than store bought. It says we need
What's ingredients? And I'll tell you if we got it or not.
We don't have very much. Chickpeas, tahini, which is sesame seed paste. That'd be lemon juice. We did have lemon juice, but did you use it all? Garlic, ground cumin. I don't think we have that, do we? I don't think we do. We might go.
I don't think we do.
And olive oil. I don't think we have any more olive oil.
No,
but that's not that bad.
There's a lot of seasonings and stuff, but everything you're needing, we got. So you might as well forget that.
So, yes, that looks. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm looking at.
I hadn't made you funnel cakes in a long time.
Yeah, I don't want funnel cakes. I want pan bread. You can make some of that if you want. Why? Why? You could do it's.
I know.
You can't mess it up. I guess the consistency. Where did I? Oh, right here. It's really hard to mess up. Best hummus recipe ever. What? Two lemons, 2 cans of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, tahini paste, olive oil. Okay, so really all I need to get is lemons, tahini paste, and olive oil because I have plenty of garlic. Garlic galore. I have paprika. We're growing some of our own peppers. We can't wait for that. Basil. I don't like avocado. Open can of chickpeas and drain. Cool. I'm going to have to try that. Not tonight, but when I have the actual ingredients I need. I just need to get lemon or lemon juice, tahini paste. Come on now. Come on. And olive oil. Get her some pull-ups. Oh, you don't have to hide him. He was just... TJ didn't mean it like mean. Get her some pull-ups. I know, right? I wish. I hate having to get up like every... but I do drink a lot of Diet Coke. I'm sure that anxiety, too, can be how much caffeine I consume, but you would think I would be kind of used to that.
But people think you're fidgety sitting there and stuff, but when you actually on the phone call, you're 90 miles an hour, back and forth.
Yeah,
you're asking me something, and I'm trying to follow you around to answer questions for you or whatever.
I can't stand still. I don't know. I hate it. I don't know. I try to think if I've always been like that or if that's something that's kind of developed. You know, they say something that's like adult ADHD, and I kind of wonder if I might have got like an onset of adult ADHD or something.
I'll never forget when that one talking about that sippy cup. That made me think about Destiny, you know, when she was little,
What?
going down the road, told her she was going to have to get rid of, boys going to throw her bottle out the window,
Mm-hmm.
get rid of it for good. She threw it out and hit that state trooper's windshield. And then he stopped it, made her get out and go pick it up. Because we said it, she just throwed it and hit that state trooper's windshield.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
We was just picking at her, you know, talking about throwing it out, going to just throw it out the window and get rid of it. So she went ahead and threw it out the window. Just at the wrong timing. It screwed her death though. And stopped us. He made her get out and go.
She thought she was in so much trouble. Aw. All right, guys. You guys got me thinking about freaking peanut bread, so I'm going to have to go make some. And I wanted to just come on here for like an hour or whatever and just looking into a little bit of this. I was noticing, I looked it up. I hadn't really looked myself, so I thought, well, we'll go over it together. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff to look up and to look into, but you guys get the idea. Yeah. You used to get smacked and put outside on the porch because I wouldn't sit still. I hate it. I was always on the one in trouble because I couldn't sit still. Oh, it's anxiety. It took me forever to figure out what it was really. I didn't realize exactly what it was, but I've definitely figured it out though, because I'm like, why do I, especially when I go to sleep or if I'm in a car and like on a long car ride, I'll suddenly get anxious and have to pee constantly. Constant. And I know where it comes from too, but you know, I think I do anyways. But it's just like an anxiety of, I don't know I don't know why it's like that. And I don't want to take getting hooked on benzos or some kind of sleeping medication with benzos in it. Like that's the worst thing ever coming off of. You do not want to get started on that. So yeah, I refuse to get on any type of benzos or whatever like that because it ultimately just makes it worse. Them Stepford husbands knew what they were doing. All right, guys. I don't think I was really like that as a child so much. Gosh, I would have been, I don't know. Yeah. My parents were pretty strict, so that wouldn't have flown at all. If I was, but I don't think so. I've always been actually kind of shy in a way, more so. So I think it's like, it's just awkward feeling on camera. You have people watching you, or even when I'm sitting here with the camera off, I get fidgety. So try natural stuff. Yeah.
Bandit,
like THC.
No more.
I don't know. It's still illegal here in Indiana. So maybe, but I don't know if that really helps ultimately either. I've tried, but it just, I don't know. All right, guys. Oh, yay, Shannon. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Sorry to go, Shannon, but I was just leaving. But at least you have a little something to watch. To rewind and watch, so you're welcome.